Hello everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Waffle Wednesday here at the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the team reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. My name is Jack. I'm the resident game designer of the panel, and if you are curious, today's waffle flavor is surprisingly good. It's like a really, really nice. Logan had a good one for it earlier, and I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. It was a nice blueberry chipotle.
We were
Uh,
thinking waffle with chipotle maple syrup because those three things really shouldn't work together, but somehow it all works out, kind of like this week of BB, is what Logan said.
there we go. Along with, for me, just a little weenie wrapped up in it all. Because why not? Just a little extra protein, little extra confidence.
I would say, also a side of scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I'll take the scrambled eggs with it. I don't eat scrambled eggs, but very much, you know what?
I
If
have
we gotta
14
have some extra
chickens,
things
so
on the
I
plate,
have to have. I have 14 chickens, so I have to eat fucking scrambled eggs, or
fair.
you're overwhelmed.
And you know what would really go good with all of that is maybe a coffee or a tea, and I
What are you
think I
gonna drink
might
out of,
like to have
Jack?
that. Maybe a cup mug.
Maybe a cup mug.
Oh god, a cup mug that you can get at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link is in the description. Feel free to pick it up. It is cheap, it is perfect for tea or coffee, and it is perfect for watching reality TV with. So,
It can also be on the
the link.
ticker if you pop that up.
Yes, the ticker, if we pop that up, will also have that. If I put both of our names on it, which I may or may not have done. But I am not a wreck. No, I didn't. Yay! I didn't do it. Logan did. Esme, go.
Hi, I'm Esme, your resident ex-brother, covering this season of Big Brother. I am. Oh, that act doesn't have anything in it. This is the cup that has actual liquid in it. This has iced tea because I I just want iced tea. There's no fucking. There's that's it.
Yeah. What type of iced tea? Very important.
I don't
Doesn't matter then. But welcome back to the Cubs coverage of Big Brother. We are here 4 different times a week. Specifically, today we're going to be talking all about the votes and the scenarios that have occurred all goddamn day, because this is potentially the most volatile it has been with not knowing where votes are going to land. It is insane. On Thursday, tomorrow, you can hang out with Logan as we go over all of those realities collapsing into one, and Logan talks about what actually happened. On Saturday, you can head to live feed unlocked with Lana and special guests to break down the early live feed updates, including who has the HOH and who is on the block. And finally, you can head over on Manic Monday with Brooke to find first a quick little recap of Sunday's nomination episode, and also some veto spoilers and probably what's going to play out throughout the rest of the week. Now, this episode very much felt like we need to do a 40-minute episode in about 90 minutes, so we're gonna throw shit at the wall.
We're gonna give you a lot of blue dye in your face.
Oh my god.
And
And
and once again, they cut out stuff that could have been good because we didn't get nearly half of Morgan's crash out this week.
thank God we got one mention of it, and it was probably the most interesting part. But yeah, no, this whole fucking week, man. Ugh. But before we jump into what happened post veto, let's just quickly run through the pre veto stuff here, because it is honestly pretty simple, all things considered. I almost had everything set up right. That is not the right button. There it is.
There
Anyway,
it is.
so just as a quick recap for this week so far, our lovely house guest competed in a knockout competition, which Ava barely was selected for, and then won because Will probably threw it to her.
Probably.
But I mean, no matter what, one of Will and Ava were winning, and they were both going to basically do the same thing anyway, so perfect. And Ava has taken some major shots in the house, specifically at Keanu, who is basically only up there because she yelled at him in a previous week, and then Vince and Zach, who's basically been running the house. So, well, really good noms.
Yeah, good noms. Good choice, Ava. And thank you for not putting up Ashley.
Yes. Thank
Yes.
God Ashley's not up, because it would have been so easy for everyone to take that route. But
Yep.
we do, in fact, have the episode now to get to. So, basically, we're starting this episode off in essentially just the place of Zach is annoyed because he might have to use his power. Keanu understands, and Vince won't stop crying because, of course, he won't. Vince has really found a way to make himself as sad as possible every single moment that is possible, because he just will not stop going, it's over, I'm done, I don't know what I did
don't know at this
wrong.
point. Like, okay.
Like, yeah, you got caught. This is your worst case scenario. Shut up and deal with it.
And the egg is on your face in more ways than one.
The egg is on your face in a lot more ways than one. We will very shortly get to it. But let's see. Random filler segment with Riley and Catherine, because
Again,
we needed
ugh.
more of that. Anything else interesting happen before we basically
I'd
got
rather
to the
listen
draw?
to. I'd rather only be able to listen to Benson Boone than have to see another clip of those two. I'd rather only be able to listen to Benson Boone and watch Amelia Perez than have to watch them. And that is saying something.
That really is saying something.
Throw Gracie Abrams in there too.
I will at least note that, like, Catherine on the episode has said basically, like, hey, I need to really differentiate myself. I can't just be seen as Riley's boyfriend at this point. I'd like to do something that makes me stand out and makes me a different entity, because, like, I just don't want to be like that anymore.
Yeah.
And I really don't fucking blame her.
No, I don't. And we'll see if that happens tonight or today, whatever the fuck you want to say.
But we quickly just get into the veto draw here, which is Catherine and Will. This is Catherine's first time playing in the veto, which, interesting to see how this shakes out. And this is not Will's first time.
It's Keanu's first, right?
Yeah, it's Keanu's. Oh God, is it his fourth at this point?
Is it? Has he been in every?
I don't think he was in it week one, right? But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, we have a good amount of new people playing this veto. I mean, Vince has played it before as an HOH. Zach hasn't. Ava has. Never mind. Basically, like, everyone here has pretty much already played a veto, except for Catherine and I think Zach, but that could be very wrong.
I think Zach hasn't either.
Yeah. So obviously this is a really, really painful draw for Morgan, who, if Vince isn't the one spiraling, it's Morgan. Because Morgan has basically been like, oh my God, I just, like, I need to be able to control things here, and like I'm not that close with Ava, and I don't think she likes me, and she put up all my friends, and this is like really unfair. So like,
And she's like, I don't. She's outwardly like saying that she wants to kind of basically target this week's HOH when the veto hasn't even been played. We don't even know who's won it. We don't know what's going to happen there. So it's an interesting tactic from her to be pretty much throwing up that she would want to be targeting Ava moving forward. And Ava still could renom her.
and Ava doesn't even know it, but Ava has 2 different chances to renom her, depending on what happens.
Morgan doesn't know that either.
Not yet, but yeah.
Yet.
But this quarreling about Morgan not really liking Ava's nominations, unsurprisingly, gets back to Ava. Basically through Mickey.
Because Mickey doesn't know how to play the game.
Mickey unintentionally throws her ally as hard as she can under the bus. Just like, hey, Ava, here's a perfect reason to nominate my number 1. Yeah. Here you go. Oh my god.
He's like, Ava's driving this bus, and Mickey basically says, oh, turn down the street and hit Morgan.
And not even that, speed up. Like, it's bad.
Like, that was just a speed bump.
Whoops. And then, like, afterwards, she just turns behind and says, oh my god, was that Morgan? No!
Oh my god, what was that? What was that?
But yeah, no, Ava basically just says, you don't like my nominations? Bad time to say that when I have a chance to still nominate someone, and was basically looking for an extra option? Whoops!
You know, with this set of 3, there's a high chance that one of them is going to win and take themselves down. Now, also in this kind of season, there's a 50% chance that your nominee wins and takes themselves down.
Yeah.
With the blockbuster. So with these 3 specifically, I feel like it heightens that chance of one of these 3 taking themselves down. Ava needing a 4th person to just have in her back pocket. And look, thank you, Mickey, for serving Morgan's head on a silver platter for me.
Genuinely impressive. You would pray for a bad play like this.
Impressively, like, how did she... Did Mickey, like, put how to play Big Brother to Chat GPT and say, I'm going to run with that?
Like, no, that was Vince. Sorry, not Vince. I'm mixing up my white men here. That was Zay.
Yeah.
And I mean, considering how well Zay did, maybe she should have done that because she would have at least seen something good versus what she did.
Yeah.
But we do move on to the veto. This veto, I'm actually not mad at. They took a very classic comp, which is the shuffleboard, land a target on a big board, each certain spaces and certain points, get the least points in a round. You take a case. Anyone who is eliminated after you can then either take that case or get a new one. Mm-hmm. Essentially, whoever has the veto at the end of it, it will always start in 6th place and then be moved up the chain, doling out punishments and prizes along the way. Whoever ends up taking that at the end will win the golden power of veto. With an extra catch this year of the board keeps changing, and only while no one is playing can you actually see the spaces on the board.
Yep. I like that. This is a good twist.
This is a good twist. I genuinely, we need that as a soundbite because
Yeah.
I genuinely, the comp designers this season are taking the notes that they got from BB26 and actually applying them really well. So, good job, comp team. Like, holy shit.
Give them their 10s. The editing team needs to, yeah.
The editing team, give it to the intern. Give it to the intern at this point. Honestly, it'll be more entertaining.
Give me the tape now.
Honestly, just like fire the story producers because they're the ones who are fucking this up bad. But we do just quickly need to run through our veto here. So Will is the first to be eliminated and receives the power of veto. Keanu eliminated next and opens the partner in crime punishment, which forces him to do something with someone overnight.
Trying to steal some money. He unsurprisingly decides to swap with Will, giving Will the partners in crime, and now Keanu has the veto.
Because this is objectively the correct option.
Mm-hmm.
We then have Zach going out next.
Because he overshoots.
He completely overshoots and falls off the board. And realistically, he opens his thing, he sees a trip to London, and he should be stealing from Keanu in almost all scenarios. No. And
well, I understand because at this point, you know there's one more nominee behind you that is going to 100% take that veto, and you could get stuck with the punishment. So it makes more sense to keep what you have in this scenario to me, to keep the London trip you have.
But he doesn't even do that.
Nope.
What he does, and I do think this is potentially a smart move for Zach, because it actually gives him a lot of fallback and also makes him a very public, lovable figure and could potentially win him sympathy votes, is he decides, hey, I know Will wants to go on a trip. This is a trip for two people. Will, you can have this trip to London to go with your, pretty sure, wife. So it's a really emotional moment. Basically everyone is crying, and this is really sweet to see. And I mean,
I'm happy for Will. I think it would have been really funny to see Will in that punishment specifically. I don't know who he would have picked, but him and Will and somebody having to do the money heist blue paint punishment. That it would have been interesting. That's all I'll say.
It would have been very, very interesting. We do have Ava being eliminated next, who receives the Butler did it. That is Buttler. And she trades that essentially punishment plus task costume to Keanu and takes the veto because
it's the veto, yeah.
She doesn't want to have to make a renom. Next, we have Vince, who goes out second and decides, just opens his case. Nice $5,000.
Gives it to Ava.
Unsurprisingly,
our veto.
Takes the veto. Yay! Great. And
Catherine comes in first place. She opens up her case and she gets the
hard-boiled detective.
Hard-boiled detective. I couldn't fucking remember what bullshit they called it.
We had heard Egg Spectre, but this is the pun I thought they go with, the hard-boiled detective. It is a giant egg that has a magnifying glass and like some Sherlock Holmes outfit to it. And
then we get a segment of like Vince begging, pleading for Catherine to switch with the HOH to steal the HOH's money, give the HOH a punishment so that he can keep the veto and save himself, which on a multitude of reasons does not make any fucking sense, because if Catherine does that, if Catherine makes Ava wear this fuck-ass egg costume for a week, she's going on the block because
she's completely on the block. Are you kidding me? Strip her $5,000.
Punishment, make her have to do a renom, take her target off the block. Those are all reasons to put her ass on the block. And you know, she can walk out that door with $5,000, or she can walk out this comp with a veto win. What is she going to choose? But he's been applying for 10 years, Jack.
He's been applying for 10 years.
Instead of 10 years of this game. It's...
Oh my fucking god. Rotted. Thick. Correct. But yeah.
Get a job challenge!
The veto is get a job.
Hello, Burger King, are you hiring? Yes, I'll be down momentarily to fill out an application.
But yes, in fact, we do have... I'm going to swap that back because that's too close. We do, in fact, have Catherine winning the Golden Power Veto, which just to all of us who were watching this happen and the feeds came back, we were like, what? You're telling me that somehow, out of potentially the best physical competitors in the house, Catherine wins a veto? Okay. In retrospect, can definitely see it.
Yeah.
But, like, what the fuck?
Because we had no idea what this competition was at first.
None. But, yes, Catherine wins the veto. And now we go into theory crafting. We do have a quick little segment of Zach picking Rachel as his partner in crime, meaning that they'll have to do a punishment, gonna be that classic 12, 24-hour punishment in the backyard at some point. Vince.
Jack, quick question. Who on the podcast would you pick to be your partner in crime for this punishment?
I think David.
Okay.
David is someone who I feel just has the stamina to do it anyway. And I feel like this would be at least an enjoyable time. You?
She's gonna hate me for saying this. I think it would be so funny to put Lana and me in this together.
It would. I'm not risking my position here by saying I want to get Lana to be tortured for 12 hours. No, I'm not going to do that. I like my job.
Now, okay. If I wasn't just doing it for shits and giggles, I think either you or I think another good pick would be Brandon.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I do think the choice to pick Rachel specifically was potentially really smart, because I can't remember, does this punishment technically happen before or after the veto is actually used? I think it's after, right? I think it's like the night after.
I think so.
Well, my thought is that Zach might be trying to pull on Rachel a little bit and just talk her up during the essentially 12 hours that they have to be together here. It's gonna suck. Rachel's gonna hate him a little bit, but like bringing that connection in could really, really strengthen that bond, and especially up against Vince and Keanu, could be a good move.
Now the question is, if you get this punishment, could you pick somebody like a Vince and make him have to do the egg costume and this punishment? Because that would be horrible.
I am pretty sure that is on the table, which I'm sure they would not be wearing the full costume because then they'd have to deal with that for the rest of the week. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an option.
I'm just imagining that, I'll have to write that down in the books if I ever get in that Yankee swap competition and have to do a partner's challenge. I might. No, I don't want to put myself on. I don't want to fuck my game up because I picked someone that already has a punishment.
Genuinely, if you want to fuck with a nominee so hard, it's like, yeah, I know your life is really hard right now. Let me make it worse. I'm friends with the HOH. You can't do anything. I'm gonna torture you and then send you home. Fuck you.
Here's some lemon and salt in the wound, baby. Order out.
Some lovely blue lemon. Like, just all up in those pores. You'll never get it out. Free hair dye, bitch. But, we do quickly just, have a little bit of a back and forth with, like, who is Catherine considering putting up? What are the best options? It's pretty much almost guaranteed to be Morgan. Yeah. But we do get
Especially after that conversation with Mickey.
After that conversation with Mickey, it was like it was so locked and loaded, it's not even funny. And Mickey is now trying to scramble the way out of it.
The mouse tool that she pulled out was a gun on Morgan.
Here's just a casual loaded bomb of like all the reasons you should put up Morgan. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna cut the wrong wire really quick. But yeah, I mean, we see Vince get started with his punishment. Keanu has to serve people. It's overnight. He has to wake up at 3 a.m. to give Riley weenies, which Riley actively says, them. Please fuck off. Like
he's trying to sleep. I would have just grabbed one. I would have just grabbed like some and probably not even eaten them, just left them because Keanu had to fucking do that. I'd be like, sure, like thanks. It's 2 a.m. I'm not craving fucking pigs in a blanket and honey mustard right now. I'm trying to sleep. But because you are forced to make these right now, I'll take this off. I'll take this platter off your this enlarged ass punishment you have.
It is genuinely hilarious to try and see Keanu get around the house with this, where Vince is knocking into shit and like having to turtle within his shell, which I'm sure. We do in fact still have an image of it. Vince is in there. You just can't see him.
They turned my boy Perry the Platypus into an egg.
Back into an egg.
Yeah.
But I mean, Vince is casually panicking. Zach and Rachel take 2 commercial breaks to do this punishment. Okay. We need to fill the episode somehow. Sure.
Couldn't fill it with like more, I don't know, game talk. More. We didn't need to see them get hit in the face with blue paint 756 times. We got the point. Egg.
Yeah, egg. Exactly. We need to figure out how to fill this episode. Egg, butler, blue paint. Well, we do actually have one thing that's relevant because we could have thrown a bunch of relevant things in here, like Morgan violently crashing out. But no, actually, that's not important to this. What is important is Rachel violently roasting Morgan. I am so happy that they put this conversation up because...
Me too, thank God.
Morgan is basically like, look, people have been talking a lot. I want to get close to you again. I just want to let you know that people want to take you out. They want to keep you till jury and then take you out immediately.
Yeah, like Morgan's like, I want you in jury.
I want you in jury. And of course,
I want you in the jury phase, which would be the better way to say that. Like, yeah. I want you to be make it to the jury phase. I want you to
go to the jury house. Not I want you to be with me while we're in the jury phase. Which, unsurprisingly,
pisses Rachel off.
Does not take this well. And basically is like...
Rachel had already been basically clued in that Morgan and people like in that group were thinking of this because of Ashley telling her outside, and Will basically... Oh, they want to take you guys to jury. They want you like in early jury stage. They don't like. They want you guys because they think you're gonna like vote based on game, but they don't really want you in the long run, which is true.
But yeah, Rachel just basically goes, no. In fact, I'm gonna be here. You're gonna vote for me. Like, she basically lays it out fully of like, hey,
if Morgan gets to vote for a winner.
Morgan gets to vote at this point, but hey, I'm not going anywhere. Y'all have been disrespecting my name for a long time. Know your place. I'm not going to the jury house. I'm being one of the final three, and that is final. I don't care what you think you're doing. Stop.
I've played with better. I've beaten better.
Exactly.
Because Morgan is not, I'm sorry, Morgan fans out there, she is not up there with the people that have Rachel has played in the past. She's not even nearly in the top 5, top 10.
Yeah. And basically based on this conversation, Rachel immediately just leaves, grabs Catherine, takes her back, and is like,
hey, guess what? Guess what, girlie?
Guess what? Morgan doesn't like you. She, in fact, wants you to go home as soon as possible. You could use the veto, take off Keanu, and then we can put Morgan up and get rid of her. Just, like, this is why you do not fuck with Rachel, because if you piss her off, she will throw you under several buses. The bus that Mickey drove over Morgan... Rachel got on that bus, threw Mickey off, and said, give me the wheel. Like, she was ready.
Parked on Mickey, lit the bus on fire, blew it up with a bazooka, and walked away.
And just went, I told you. But, unfortunately, we do have a couple other just notions of Zach being like, I could use my 10,000k buy off, but we literally get in the episode, and we talked about this on Monday. We were like pretty sure that Zach doesn't end up using the buy off because he doesn't want to give Ava the money. No, he directly says the reason he did not want to give Ava the reason he doesn't take himself off the block is because he doesn't want to give Ava money. Which...
At this point, you might be giving her $75,000.
It is incredible. It is genuinely incredible to see someone's bitterness probably have a good shot at taking them out of the game. Now, we'll get into it, because the scenarios for voting are interesting.
I hope it does. I really hope it does, because I think my kink is karma, and I think it would be great to see him do that and then get sent home.
Mm-hmm. But, quick power of veto ceremony here. Catherine decides it's not worth it to use the veto. And doesn't decide and keeps the noms the same. Zach,
first in the season that a veto has not been used.
Yeah, and I mean, if it was used, Ava would have been happy. It not being used also makes Ava happy, so it doesn't really hurt.
But then we get to Zach. Is Zach gonna use his veto, save himself, take himself off the block, so that he doesn't have to worry about going home this week, and give the mean, terrifying aura painter $10,000?
No, because that would require empathy. Or actually, not even empathy.
Logic.
logic, reasonable logic.
That would cover any sort of game semblance in the.
Yeah. We'll get to it later, but I have something that's even funnier about this whole thing. But yeah, our final noms for the week are the same as originally. It is just, in fact, Keanu, Zach, and Vince. One of them is going home. Yay!
Yay!
Finally, a good week. Butler, whatever.
Butler
That
first.
is all that we have for the episode. We have a little bit to go into with the feeds because this is potentially the most volatile things have been. So, we are about to head into live feed spoiler territory. If you do not want to be spoiled on what is probably going to happen tomorrow, thank you for hanging out with us. Pick up your cup mug. Subscribe below so you can join us tomorrow for the recap of the eviction episode. But you have about 5 seconds to get out of here before we start talking live feed spoilers. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my fucking god.
My god.
Oh, things are on fire, but in really fun ways. So I had come across on Twitter something very, very interesting. It was a lovely little it was a lovely little calendar that was who Mickey has decided to throw under a bus today.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, for a while it was Ashley, and like, sure, that makes sense. She just doesn't really like Ashley for some incredibly dumb reason. Because she can't get out of her own way and actually do something smart. But no, in fact, the reason that I'm talking about this is she's decided to do this with Morgan. Mickey is throwing Morgan under the bus.
Well, thank you.
Intentionally
thank you,
this
Mickey.
time.
She said, "Ooh, I like that bump."
she realized she liked the ride a little bit more, and she decided to go back over it. So there is a lovely little confrontation between Mickey and Morgan, where Mickey basically interrogates Morgan on like, why haven't you been close to me? Why haven't you talked to me more? I feel these weird things. I'm just like, I'm not feeling close enough to you, and it just like, it sucks. Mm-hmm. These two were the two people who probably talked the most in the house. Just out of everyone. So the fact that Mickey's basically just like, no, you're not giving me the right information anymore, and I'm sick of it. You are not giving yourself any good information. We really liked Mickey preseason.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She was an early draft pick.
She was a very early draft. I am so glad in retrospect I did not take her, because oh my god, I was that close in multiple drafts.
I have Will and Keanu, which is surprisingly maybe okay. I might lose Keanu this week. We'll get into it. But like, yeah. If not, I might be okay for a little bit.
You're probably going to be fine for a bit, but we will see. We will see. We do have something else, which was Rachel basically going, yeah, that old Heavy Hitters Alliance, it's dead. Let me just leak all of its contents to Keanu and Kelly. And this information spreads back to the heavy hitters that are still in the game, which is not surprising, realistically. Morgan and Zach, Vince, annoyed as hell. The alliance was basically dead anyways, so what does it really matter? But
you're just shooting a corpse at this point.
Yeah, it's shooting the corpse fully. Yeah, no, that's actually a really good way to put it. HOH-itis for Mickey has lasted beyond the HOH week. It lasted far beyond, at first, like, the reasonable stopping point of being able to make any nominee changes. And then it just continued. And it's still continuing.
That HOH that HOH competition, which she didn't even win, fundamentally changed her on a DNA structural level.
She stole Riley's HOH. We all celebrated, and then things went so wrong. Oh man, this is not the type of game.
Do not let her back in that HOH room as a HOH winner. If she wins like this upcoming HOH, I don't know what the hell.
I'm scared.
She might put herself up.
She might put herself up. She could put Rachel up, but have her as a pawn. Like, there's genuinely so many weird options of what she could possibly do.
She could put Rachel, like Morgan and Lauren up.
But there's one other thing I want to talk about before we go into the scenarios of the vote here. And it's a conversation from Zach to America. Asking
it's time for America's vote.
He was hoping that's what it was because he was asking for a fucking power. Zach, the man who decided not to use his power this week, is like, hey, look, I know you love me.
Another one, please.
Another, please. I know you love me. I know you think I'm cute. Like, I want everything.
Who's we? I don't speak French.
Exactly. Like, Taryn has an amazing crash out over this, invoking various things, and I do recommend checking out the rap recap for the day, or just heading over to the rap Twitter, because it is potentially the funniest clip in the world, where Taryn, like, more than last week, crashes hard on, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Why on earth would we want to give you a goddamn power when you already fucking wasted this shit that you had in your hand that could take you off this goddamn blog, put you in a scenario where you are safe, maybe be able to save your other people in this game and get Keanu out the game, which is something that you're not really close to. There's a scenario where he saves himself, Vince wins the veto, it's very unlikely, and then Keanu goes home. Or not veto, but like that Keanu is left on the post blockbuster against Vince or Morgan, and Keanu goes home. Yeah, it's unlikely, but guess what? You'll still be here.
Yeah.
And then you can speak to America about getting a new power, because you at least fucking played your power.
At least he played his power. Taryn is in fact losing his shit on a daily basis. This is just like an extended crash out of everything. But this time, at least we were all able to laugh. Because... oh my god. But... Esme?
Oh, there's one other moment I want to mention.
Yes, please.
That was just funny to me. It's Lauren and Zach talking about exes, and Zach goes, yeah, I haven't talked to him in a few years, in a few months either. And Lauren goes, him?
It's like...
she was for Joshi now. She was going to make...
Which, I will be honest, would not have clocked that myself. But good for him.
Well, no, he meant to say. Then he was no, them, her. Like he slipped up and said him.
You know, Zach, our bisexual icon. Ava, unfortunately, doing bi-on-bi crime. Horrendous.
She said, "Problem's over on the block, Zach."
Oh. But we are now heading into...
I am so glad that we haven't had any more of the fucking weird love triangle shit make it into the episodes of Zach, Lauren, and Morgan. Like, thank God that one is gone. We've still got
so much time.
We still got the cowboy and Catherine.
We still got the cowboy and Catherine being dragged along. I don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. We unfortunately keep having to see it because it keeps being relevant to the fucking episodes. Just slightly. They are looking for any moment of relevance of like, wait, can we potentially use Catherine in the future? Put in a clip of Riley and Catherine kissing.
Do it now.
Put it in. And it's purely because they have no other showmances in the house. It is purely because there's nothing else. Zach and Lauren is dead. Like, it's been dead. And Lauren has nothing to do with this game at this point. So...
Lauren won one HOH and faded back into the forest of nothingness.
She is genuinely in the walls at this point. Like, it genuinely doesn't matter. She's not doing anything in the house.
They're gonna forget she's there, and then we're gonna get BB-28, and she's gonna come out of the fucking bathroom like, I've been stuck here for a year.
Jesus Christ. Exactly. Who? You know, the 17 house guest just living somewhere in BB. But that's what the real twist should have been.
I don't think she got a single confessional this episode. I don't know if she got a single clip this episode.
I don't think she's had a confessional since basically she won last week. Well, not even last week.
Let's go Purple Lauren.
But yeah. It is time, unless you have any interesting things to talk about in terms of the
I think I'm over that. Let's.
Okay, then we have
the waffling of this goddamn vote that has been up, down, left, right, center, flip flopping, spiraling.
We have our scenarios, and they're all a mess. I'm so happy that Ava is HOH this week, because seeing her have to potentially, more than likely, honestly, have to tiebreak this vote is going to be amazing. But let's go through the easiest scenario. Keanu is probably going. Let's assume the 2 and 3 chance that Keanu is on the block at the end of this week. Realistically, Morgan, Lauren, Mickey, and the person who's won the blockbuster, Vince, Zach, probably always going to vote Keanu. Kelly, Rachel, Will, Ashley, probably not ever going to vote Keanu, always voting the other person.
The only one I could see that maybe would do it just out of sympathy would be Will voting Keanu if he's up against Zach because of what he did for him in this episode.
Yes.
That's the only one, and it would be because of that. But then I think that ties it, right?
Well, we have Riley, who's more than likely not going to vote Keanu under most circumstances.
He's going to most likely vote with Catherine.
And then we have Catherine, who I will say out of everyone is the most undecided, which then we seemingly have 4 and 4 with 2 in the middle. meaning that Catherine could likely decide who goes here if
Mhm.
Riley's just going to follow her lead. And honestly, my guess is that Catherine probably is going to look at the board and see, like, hey, we probably have a better chance running with Kelly, Rachel, Will, Ashley moving forward than, like, Morgan, Lauren,
Morgan,
Mickey.
who's already put my name out there or is already thinking
Yeah.
on it. I don't think she's gonna want to do something that will put her in a situation that is closer to someone that's already verbally said that she wants to target the showmans, and then ostracize herself from the side that warned her about that.
Exactly. It
And
doesn't make sense for her.
Ava also has said that she likes both of them. Will has said that they like both of them. So it like Rachel likes both of them. So it like makes like Rachel's again biggest blindside in this game is the showmance thing. So it would make a lot more sense for them to use that to their advantage. And as much as I don't want like Riley going that far, he's doing relatively well in this game.
He's doing well.
Props.
Especially after, realistically, he had a decent chance of going home last week. He's recovered really well, and it's been really impressive.
Because we had a really, really smart HOH run this week. Thank fucking God, Ava.
Yeah. Who knew that nominating the other side was actually the correct thing to do in Big Brother?
Who knew making choices that made sense makes a week make sense and go easy?
Crazy. Insane.
Like, what do you mean I shouldn't nominate Jack?
Yeah, I should just like, I don't know, nominate Lana, Logan, David. All three of those seem like really good options and won't blow up in my face at all. What do you mean I can nominate Taryn and AJ? No, that wouldn't make sense. I mean, they're not with me, but like, no.
But, like, I want to at least show a gratitude to them because I want to extend that olive branch to the people that I don't know in this game.
They made me pancakes this morning, and like, I just love pancakes.
And I also saw, Logan talking to somebody in the bathroom I didn't like. So I'm not going to put the person that he talked in the bathroom up. I'm going to put him up.
And like, I heard from a source that a source said Lana is not my best friend in the house, and like that's really suspicious to me. So like, I can't do that. Yeah. And like David.
That hat,
yeah. That hat. No, I'm sick of it. It's too much. I don't like the color. I don't like the style. I would have preferred a white cowboy hat. It's not enough. David has to go.
That's an old maiden type hat.
Jesus Christ. But
David's gonna see this and be like, why am I getting whacked?
David is randomly taking shots today from like multiple podcasts for no reason, and it's literally nothing about it. It just is like, I don't know, there's nothing bad I can say, I guess.
So
I'm contributing to soft bullying. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Softball or soft bullying?
Soft bullying.
I got soft bullied in the Big Brother house, and all I got was a stupid shirt.
Faced.
So let's talk about the other vote outcomes if Keanu wins.
If Keanu wins the blockbuster, we have a really interesting scenario where it's basically like, I don't know what to do with this because either option is really good.
I'm okay with either one of them going home. I, have made it abundantly clear that, I would want Zach just to go just because it would be so deliciously funny.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
It's not. I wouldn't be sad if Vince goes over Zach. I just think it would be a lot funnier. But I also do think it would be just as hilarious to have to see Vince try to get out that fucking door in the egg costume.
I just want to imagine Vince attempting to get through the door and just gets stuck and then just starts spinning. Just ever so slowly, he tips. Just can you help me?
Julie, help! Julie, help!
Julie, it's like, oh, we really should have designed this suit better.
We could do the interview from here. So how are you feeling? He's stuck in the door.
It's like, they can all still hear. Doesn't matter. You were stupid anyway. This is just gonna be entertaining.
Or he gets out, falls right on the main stage because he's in his stupid egg costume and just starts rolling.
He just rolls into the audience. Just someone gets flattened. Oh no! A second puddle right next to Morgan. Okay.
Who do you think is going to be winning the blockbuster, and who do you think is going home tomorrow, Jack? Versus what do you want to happen?
Who do I think is actually going to win this? I am going to say... I want to say that Keanu probably has a good shot of at least taking it. I feel like he just has the most experience and is going to have the most confidence. Vince,
we've also seen him the most well-rounded in these comms. I think that's also my best guess. It's gonna be a slight toss-up between, it's like a 60% Keanu, 40% Zach in my mind, and it just kind of like goes down to who is either slightly faster, who is less in their head. Vince is there.
Vince will be there. Yeah. I'm sure that Vince is going to be like panicking and dying and rolling around in his egg costume. I mean, will Keanu's massive ass pose a problem? We'll see. We will see. When
they do a wall comp and when the wall comp is for the fucking blockbuster.
Oh yeah, we basically have confirmed that Thursday is a wall comp. The backyard's been closed for a good while. Like we've basically been locked into the house. So yeah, no, it's happening. Which, sorry, Adrian, but yeah, I mean,
the wall comp is themed around Adrian.
Jail. Jail. Immediate jail. I don't care. What could this wall comp be themed around? Because it's going to be like...
Prison Break.
Is it going to be like... I could see Prison Break. I could see outside like window cleaning. Like, I could see a lot.
Yeah, my first guess was like Prison Break, and there was like fake barbed wire on the top of the... Because like they're trying to climb the wall. And they're sprayed with like red and blue paint or something.
I could see that, yeah. And they could also just do the classic, like, bird poop thing that they've done so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Rainstorms, all that.
It could be, like, some sort of, like, back alley street theming where there's, like... Yep.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Because there's... A lot of these themes have been... In these competitions have been kind of prison breaky, crime alley... Crime alley. Who murdered who? Like,
yeah, they've been very much loosely crime themed, which I haven't been too mad at. I will say, Keanu, honestly, the thing is, for some reason, I also think Keanu could do well on the wall if he just has the endurance for it. Yes, he's a bigger guy, but he's also been really weirdly good at shit.
We also had like a Tucker. We had a Tucker win recently. We had Jared win recently. Like, you know.
Yeah, we've had bigger people who don't fit that like smaller traditional mold for the wall win before, so like we'll see. I do think we didn't talk about the actual vote layout for if Keanu wins the blockbuster, because
we just went into like no, we did. We said we don't fully know. We think it's gonna be a little bit all over the place.
I do think I at least have some things pinned down with it. So realistically, Ashley, Will, Rachel, and then probably Morgan and Mickey all are voting for Zach. All are voting for Vince. Morgan and Mickey consider Vince a better ally than Zach. And then Ashley, Will, and Rachel have just wanted Vince gone for a while now. They don't see Zach as much of a problem, although he's still an issue. Vince has just been a complete mess, and he needs to go. On the other hand, seemingly we have Kelly, Keanu wanting to work with Vince in the future. We have Riley and Kat seeming to want to keep Vince, but I'm not 100% sure on that, and that might have changed. I have Lauren marked down as a vote for Zach to go, but I'm not confident in that being correct because it could honestly be either way, depending on what Lauren feels like is giving her the best option. Which either means we have a 6-4 for Vince to go, or Ava breaks the tie. Ava, realistically, at least in my mind from everything I've gathered, evicts Vince over Zach over Keanu. So no matter what, as long as Keanu has 5 votes to stay, he's probably good. Zach just needs to beat Vince, and Vince is fucked. But, I mean, finally, a good fucking week. We see sins get punished in this fucking house.
I love good news.
It is so nice. Oh my god. But, with that said, Esme, do you have any, predictions on who do you think will go and who do you want to go? You've mentioned it a couple times.
But I think Vince is going. And again, I don't really care. It's only slightly Zach, just because, like I said 16 times in this fucking podcast, I just think it would be funny for him to go out when he had a golden opportunity to save himself here.
I am very much on the same boat of, like, Vince is crashing out and will continue to crash out and is now basically a public target. Him staying is a funnier scenario and actively doesn't hurt as many people because he is going to be frazzled. He's going to be a mess. He is not going to do well at this wall comp. Zach could do really well. He has a lot of fire. He also has a power that he will probably use next week if he goes up. So, I mean, my guess is that Vince is going to go. I would prefer Zach.
Yeah.
But with that said, that does bring us kind of to the end of our recap of the feeds. Do you have anything else interesting in terms of the entire week that you want to mention?
No.
Neither do I. I will end with this. I want Zach to go with that veto in his pocket like Marcellus. At least Zach can go home and sleep on his $10,000, $6,000 after tax, pillow, and probably a banana ball contract, and just know that he was never going to win. He was in a really good spot and then threw his game away for no goddamn reason. Because
he was petty.
He wanted to. He was petty. And if this is what pettiness gets you, unfortunately, good. But on that note, we are going to wrap this up. You can come back and join us on tomorrow at 10 p.m. 9:30, right after the eviction, with Logan and some special guests to recap the live eviction and see who actually goes home. Then join us again on Saturday for... One more time?
I would say, because maybe Vince will win.
Maybe Vince will win. And if so, Zach goes home and we all enjoy it.
Avoid job applications.
Get a job challenge. Last to do it wins. Uh the
Never
scariest
let
thing that he
Vince
could have dressed up as is the job application. The egg wasn't good enough.
never let Vince see this episode of the podcast because I will be blocked.
We're preemptively blocked. At this point, like, by the way we've been ragging on him for 2 weeks, no, we probably have hits placed on us.
Well, with what money? He doesn't have a job.
The fair. No, the money that he's persisted on for 2 years. But Saturday, live feed unlocked with Lana. Monday, you can get Veto spoilers and an episode recap with Brooke. And you can join me back here on Waffle Wednesdays, where I'm doing great. And things are not constantly falling apart. Esme will also be here probably, so, we're going to do great. But on that note, feel free to subscribe down below if you have loved this chaos and want some waffles for yourself. We also have a lovely coverage of Australia versus the world for Survivor that's coming out very soon. Big Brother, duh. The Snake is wrapping up. Destination X UK is still trucking along, and it's been good. It's worth the watch, at least. So if you don't have access to it, we're a great place to get all of that lovely content. And you could also head into our description for any sort of drag, WWE, or ESC content, or to get our lovely cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. But that is it for us from... The fuck did you just do? Did you just hit the cup? From way outside the Big Brother house, this has been the Cup TV. Love only yourself. I swear to God, if you love anyone else, I will push you down the stairs like Vince has fallen down them multiple times in the egg costume.
I will get Mickey to run you over the bus.
And we'll get Mickey to run you over the bus. Bad morning. Cheers.
Cheers.